Windows user tips number 6. This is a feature I use quite a bit, the Windows Snipping Tool. Switching to my computer number 2 here, I've got an Amazon screen open that shows some listings of computers for sale. Hold down the Windows key and Shift key, doesn't matter which one you press first, just hold them both down and then tap the letter S. Then you can let go of those keys. Up here at the top we have different modes for the snipping tool. I'm going to start with this mode. That's the way I always have it. I just leave it there because that suits my needs all the time. So notice this whole screen is kind of grayed out. It's waiting for you to drag across something. So move the mouse to the upper left corner of the area that you want to do. Now you could do this from any of the 4 corners. You just pick one of the corners and then drag diagonally for the rectangle that you want to copy. I typically just go left to right and then let go of the mouse button. That has clipped it to the copied it to the electronic clipboard. Now I'm going to come over here to my Gmail, and I've got an email already started. I got a cursor blinking in the body area of the email. Just press Control V, and that pastes that image there. Now if you click on this image, you get the 4 selection handles around the corners of that. You can make it larger or smaller, whatever suits your purposes. And then you can also use these options here for small, best fit, original size, or remove. I'll click on small just to show what that hat does. Click on it again, choose best fit, and then click again and choose original size and see what that does. Now there's a blinking cursor at the right hand side of this image. I'll press the backspace key. It's just like I'm backspacing over a character. And then I'm going to go back to the Amazon screen and try another alternative. So Windows key shift and then tap the letter S. Let go of all of those keys. Let's try this freeform snip. So now what you do with this is you can start anywhere, but you kind of want to go around in a circle. If you go straight across, it'll draw a straight line as long as you're moving the mouse straight. But anyway, it's a free form. So if you come all the way back to the beginning, then you don't have any straight edges. But if you stop before getting back to the beginning, then you're going to have that little straight edge. Then come to your email or your Microsoft Word document or your OneNote, whatever you're working with that you want to paste that into. I don't use this very often. I don't find it very useful. So then I'm going to click on that. Now I have the selection handles on that. And I'll just tap the delete key. Let's try that again. Nope. Here I have a blinking cursor at the right hand edge of it and press backspace. That works. I'm going to try pasting that again and see what I get. Yeah, there is the blinking cursor at the right hand side of this. I didn't notice that earlier, but it's really hard to see right there. So backspace key gets rid of that. Come back to the Amazon screen again. Do a Shift Windows S. Notice that this is still on the free form. It remembers whatever you last used and is going to assume that you want to do that same way again. Now this is a Windows snip. Before I do that, I need to do a little setup for it. So I'm going to click this X to cancel this snip operation. I'm going to take this Amazon tab and drag it down so that it is a separate window. And I'm going to click to make it its medium size. I want to keep it at this medium size right now. So this Amazon window is the active window right now. So here's Shift Windows S. What this one does is it does a window snip. So it takes a snippet of that window right there. I click on that window, that copies it to the clipboard. Go back to my email and do a Control V paste. So it didn't copy the whole screen, it just copied that at whatever the active window was. There's a blinking cursor on the right hand side of that. I press the backspace to get rid of that. Come back to that Amazon. The Amazon tab is not up here anymore because remember I separated it from the rest of the browser. So I'll use Alt Tab because it's in its own window right now. So this switches me to a different window. Then let's take a look at another option. There is Shift Windows S. And this last option here is to do the full screen snip. So I click on that and notice right away the whole screen returns to its normal color. It doesn't stay green. Well, that's because it's not waiting for me to click on anything. If I want the full screen, I get the full screen right now. So let's go click inside the body of this email, press Control V, and it pastes the entire screen image of everything that was on my monitor at the time, even this new email window that I had on displayed on screen. So backspace over that to get rid of that. Now Alt-Tab back to Amazon and just double checking that I've done everything that I want to do off of that right now. Yes. So now let's go look at something else. This is called the Snipping Tool. Bring that back up. Windows Shift and S. When I float the mouse up here, it says close snipping. Full screen snip. Windows snip. Freeform snip. Rectangular snip. Meaning it's the snipping tool. If I press the Windows key and type SN, right now I have in the search results already Snipping Tool. I could keep typing the rest of the word snipping if that didn't show up in the search results yet. That's probably enough to get it. So click the mouse button on that and that opens the Snipping Tool window. There's something left here from what I previously did. So I'm going to clear that by doing... I thought that was going to be automatically cleared, and it's not. New Snip. That's it. Yes. Okay, choosing New Snip because I was already messing around with it. So here's New Snip. This is the normal menu you'll get if you don't already have the Snipping Tool open. I already had it open. So there's new, there's mode, there's delay. When I do the drop down for mode, you'll see those same four options: freeform, rectangular window, and full screen snip. And then delay would mean that once you click that new button, it's going to delay how many seconds before it actually goes to that grayed out screen to make the snip. I'm hard pressed to imagine why you would want that. And then there's some options over here. I'm not going to go through those, but there's one here that I was really happy to see because I would like to have this option, include URL below snips. I usually don't want the URL and I wind up manually deleting it, and it indicates where I clipped from. So if you choose new here, now the screen's kind of grayed out again, right? So depending upon what mode you're in, you're going to select a rectangular snip. That's what I wanted to do. So you can do the rectangle around something, and then that's going to put that snipped item onto the snipping tool. Now you can enhance it or draw with it. So here's a highlighter. So I'll click on the highlighter and we'll say you could highlight something in this piece. So it's just like taking a highlighter pen. Or you could take this pen and draw attention to something that you want to draw attention to. Now go back to that email message, which is visible right back here, and just do the Control-V paste. I didn't have to do anything extra to say that this is what I want to paste. Whatever I have active on the snipping tool at the time is what's going to be paste. So I can copy something, an image from somewhere, and then enhance it a little bit, then paste it into an email or into Microsoft Word or OneNote or whatever software you're dealing with that can paste an image of something. And then if you use that Windows key V for the clipboard history, all of those things that you've been doing with the clipping tool are accumulated in there if you want them that way. So that'll do it for this time. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.